Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Becky and today I'm going to be showing you what's in my children's spring Easter baskets. Now this basket is what I'm going to give my two boys when we are at the spring equinox, so on the 20th of March, that midway point where spring is finally here and there's no turning back. So I'm really excited to give them this basket at that time, and it also kind of works as an Easter basket as well. I probably will give my boys something specific for Easter Day, maybe some chocolate, but this basket kind of covers both. So if you wanted to keep the basket until Easter, you could definitely do that, or you can go ahead and do what I do and give your children their basket on the spring equinox. Or you could do it anytime during spring if you're feeling a little bit in need of some inspiration and excitement. A seasonal basket is a great way of just bringing some slow living, some seasonal cheer, some craft ideas to the day. So definitely a great thing to do anytime. If you're interested, I also have a autumn basket and I have last year's Easter basket as well, done in video, so I'll link those below. But yes, let's jump in and I'll show you what I've got. So the first thing, I always like to include some books in our seasonal basket. And this year, as my boys are getting slightly older, we've moved away from board books, and I actually have two very sweet read-along books. So the first one is The Tale of Jeremy Fisher by Beatrix Potter, and I thought this would be perfect for springtime because it follows the story of this lovely frog, Jeremy Fisher, and I just think it will be perfect for springtime and something that we'll enjoy reading throughout March, April and May. We're also trying to build our Beatrix Potter collection, so it's quite nice to use something like a seasonal basket as an excuse to get a new Beatrix Potter book. Another book that I love, and it really reminds me this series of Beatrix Potter's tales as well, is the Little Grey Rabbit books by Alison Utterly, and the pictures are by Margaret Tempest. These are books that I had as a child, so they're very nostalgic for me, but this volume I thought was just perfect. It's Hare and the Easter Egg, so perfect for Easter. It comes with these lovely Beatrix Potter-like, very nostalgic vintage pictures. And there's another one. And just a lovely story for a read aloud. So as you can see, there is quite a lot of text in these books. So it'd be perfect for a young reader, alternatively for a read aloud. So this will be a book that I'll be reading aloud page by page with my children. So we'll probably just cover a couple of pages each night or day, whenever we decide to read it. But I know they're going to love this too. And again, it's something that will grow with them. So those are the books I chose for the Easter basket this year. And we also have our spring seasonal books, and there's some Easter themed books in that too, but that will be a separate video, and that is coming any day now. I'm just waiting on a couple of new books that haven't arrived. So apart from books, I also have some lovely little postcards or flashcards to put in our baskets. Now these two were from Wynstone Press, and I ordered them at the same time as the Wynstone Spring Guidebook, which you can check out in my spring video. And these are just so pretty. There's a whole range of these gorgeous seasonal postcards that you can buy off Wynstone Press, and I just thought these two were gorgeous. This one has a lovely sort of spring scene with some horses, a little cottage. It just looks so idyllic and sweet, and I thought the boys would love to explore that picture with me, and they can point at all the things they see. And then this one is very spring-like. It's got the hare, the chicken, Easter eggs, and beautiful spring sun and birds and blossom. So a beautiful little postcard. Now with these can be framed and you could hang them up, or you can just use them like flashcards. You could laminate them if you wanted to, but I think we'll just have them in our seasonal display. I also have this little flashcard. This is actually matte laminated, which is fantastic. And this is by the company The Little Cherry Tree. And I'll link it below. It's a UK-based business, and at the back it's got all the different things that you'll see in April, and then in the picture it's a sort of seasonal scene, I guess, and it has all the different flowers you might see, some of the wildlife, trees, so lots of things that you could talk about with your children. I actually have the March one here behind me, and that's the March one, which has the hares and the logs, the primroses, all sorts of lovely things, and again the notes on the back. So beautiful set. It obviously comes with all the months of the year in this particular set in a little cloth bag. They're just so charming, and they make a great addition to a nature table. So talking about our nature table, part of our nature table is always our Grimm's celebration ring, and here's a part of it here. I actually do tend to use just a piece of my celebration ring, and this year I really wanted to buy the Grimm's leaf, which is a similar kind of shape. It has the 3 holes in it, but it's in a leaf, and I thought that would be such fun for spring and summer, but I couldn't unfortunately get my hands on it. So we are just using this at the moment. I find this quite handy if you've got a small kitchen table or like a little window ledge. This fits in just perfectly, and then you can just go for the 3 as opposed to a whole collection of the figures. So while we do still use the whole circle, I'm definitely for Easter celebrations, I'll be using the entire circle because I like what that represents. But day to day we use this just section with the 3 holes. So I have a new celebration item to go into our ring, and it's a tulip, because as you can see we have a flower but we don't have a tulip, and I thought that would be a bit more seasonal. I was quite tempted to get an Easter bunny and things like that, but in the end I just kept it simple and went for one. I controlled myself, which was difficult. Okay, so yes, we've got our little seasonal Grimm's decoration. I always put these in our seasonal baskets just because, again, it's a great way of building up a collection. And I think these seasonal baskets are brilliant. If you're collecting anything like Holt's Tiger wooden figures or Ostermeyer craft items, books, Grimm's figures, this is fantastic because it's a way of kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You get to build up the collection for your children, but you can also put it together in a lovely, thoughtful way, and it feels like a really special thing to receive for the children. So talking about collecting items, we also love to collect Holt's Tiger figures, and I've got 2 new additions. I've got this fantastic hare or rabbit holding a carrot, which I adore. It's so detailed and gorgeous. So we're going to have this in our basket. And I also got a little chick, so very seasonal and Easter appropriate, and I know the boys are going to go wild for these. We love collecting the Holt's Tiger figures. They're environmental, they're beautifully done, and they're a great sort of open-ended toy for the boys for their small world play. Okay, so we also have a finger puppet in the basket. I adore finger puppets. They're great for singing songs and finger plays and all sorts of things. And especially if you do lots of read alouds with your children or storytelling with your children, finger puppets are fantastic. This one is a lovely, chunky, felted finger puppet. I think it could be from the brand Papoose, I could be wrong, I'll link it below. And I got this one off Myriad Toys, who you all know I love. So I thought this was just perfect for springtime and really love that figure. I also, let's keep in the theme of chickens and eggs, I also got some eggs for the boys. These are just perfect. They're quite nice big sized eggs. They're just paper mache with a string to hang up. And these are from Amazon. There is 5 in a bag, and just perfect for my 2 boys to decorate or probably paint those and hang them up on a twig tree. I also got a bag of these wooden eggs. Again, there's 5 in a packet. These ones are a bit smaller. They're just over 1 inch in size, in comparison with my hand. And I love these. I got these last year and they painted up beautifully, and we ended up giving them as gifts to grandparents, and they were just lovely. Such a great craft, and as the boys get older they can really go to town decorating them more intricately, but at the moment they just love using their little paintbrushes and fingers to get paint and colour on them. I highly recommend that as a quick and easy Easter craft. Okay, so let's talk about chocolate for a minute. While I won't be putting chocolate in this basket because it's going to be given on March the 20th, for Easter, if you wanted to keep this basket for Easter, definitely put some chocolate in if you are so inclined. I love the brand Coco Loco. They do wonderful things like milk chocolate buttons. They are all organic, fair trade, and the ingredients are really good quality on these. I also adore the plain chocolates. Now this one has been opened and the chocolate's been eaten out of it, but it has organic chocolate that is all vegan if you are vegan, and it also has a lovely cutout decoration that you can do. So this is actually a turtle, and you can pop out the figure and put it together, and it creates like a 3D paper figure. And then there's a little bit of information about turtles and facts. So I really like the play and chocks. They're something the boys always get in their Christmas stockings, and they're perfect for Easter as well, because the chocolate is just a small little amount. It's all organic and healthy as far as chocolate goes. And also you get that toy in it, which is all cardboard, environmental, but also informative and so much better than a Kinder Egg. Right, so I also have another one of these Econorm watercolor palettes. We already have one of these, but I don't have one for each of my boys, so I bought another one. It just has some watercolors there and a little paintbrush, and I thought that'd be nice just to add to our collection. And also the boys each have their own set when it comes to painting their eggs. I also got them this really sweet colouring book. It is in German. I got this again from Myriad, who I adore. And it just has the most cutest little pictures in it for the boys to colour in. There's a little snail, all spring themed, very, very cute. And there's quite a lot, you get a lot of pages. And this is very cheap. I think it was just a couple of pounds, but really nice and cute. They have the whole seasons as well, and I just picked up the spring one. I also got a couple of pieces of felt because I will be making the boys some felt bunny rabbits. There's a few different tutorials. I particularly like the one by Natalie Truza. If you find her on Instagram, I'll link her below. She has a really sweet craft book all about Easter that you can, I think, purchase off her website still. And she has a lovely guide to doing the felt rabbits. So I've got this felt mainly for myself, but I'm going to put it in the boys' Easter basket, and it'll be something they'll watch me make for them, and then we can play with the bunnies together. I also have a little cookie cutter in the shape of a bunny rabbit. We can use this with Play-Doh or obviously make some cookies, which would be fun. And I also have some lovely Econorm egg dye. This is all natural. It comes with yellow, green, red, orange, and pink. There we go. This is actually quite cheap and affordable as well, something nice to throw into your Easter basket, and I like that it's all natural. In the basket itself, I have a Sarah silk. This is in a beautiful spring-like green, and then I also padded out my basket with some paper straw. So this will be quite fun when we come to sort of playing around with nests, because even though it's green, it's still got quite a nest-like texture. So I might repurpose this for kind of crafting activity. But I use that as the base, and then I just pop the silk sort of in the center, so you can still see some of the grass, and then that just fitted on top, and I just placed all my items inside. Okay, so last but not least, I wanted to quickly show you these really sweet decorations by the printmaker Elizabeth Harbour. I bought these back in January, and I just am obsessed. And I thought these would work really well on our Easter twig tree, so I might put a couple of these in the boys' basket. I'm not entirely sure because they are quite delicate, but depending on your child, these might be quite a nice addition, so I thought I'd show you. So there is a lovely little bird sitting in a nest with blue eggs. There's a little bunny in a cabbage. There's a sheep, cockerel, a little bunny rabbit, and a chicken on her nest with some eggs. Hopefully you can see all those, but I think they'll be just so nice hung up on our Easter tree. I'm very, very excited to have those. Okay, so that's it. That's everything I've got for the boys for their Equinox basket. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please do give it a thumbs up and leave a comment, and make sure you subscribe for more videos. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon in another video. Bye.